Hi, it's Xavier and welcome to my bonsai retreat. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to be repotting 3 different trees. 2 of these are these pines, which I dug up from my nursery bed 3 years ago. A bit windy. I went into these sturdy dishwashing containers, but it's time to find out what the root's like. That's one of them. And the second one is this one, which was a great big tall lump here, but I just didn't know what to do with the top bit. So in my haste last year, I chopped the top off and I'm looking at working on this. So I'm going to pull this out, have a look and see what that's looking like, and then if we get a bit of time, well I don't even know if I'm going to do some styling on this, to be fair, but let's get these out first, and if I think, I may well show you a juniper that needs to be resoiled. Is it soiled juniper? No, let's not go there. Okay, well, let's see what surprises we've got in store for us. Hopefully it's going to come out in one nice easy lump. It's always a bargain when it comes out in one lump, and what's even better is when you can see there is the mycorrhizan, the beneficial fungus, which we love so much. So I definitely want to collect some of that, but I just need to have a look and see what roots we've got growing in this. I'll say it again, even there I was getting reasonably good with soil composition, but it's still quite damp, so I think it'll really benefit now from going into free draining pumice, lava, all that sort of stuff. So let's get the weeds out, let's have a look and see what we've got. This soil definitely is good enough that I can collect it, sieve it down, dry it out and recycle. Okay, well, I mean, this is nice and healthy. We've got a reasonable root spread there. I'm not going to dig too much down there, he says, doing just that. But there is a lot of mud there. The sun's in and out today, so that's going to affect the camera work a bit. Okay, little mycorrhiza there. We've got some upward roots here that I don't want. Got this here. It's not going to be any good. And I'm just looking at obvious upward ones that I'm not going to be able to push down again. What we're going to do is going into this big deep ceramic here, right at the centre. Tuck roots in. I'm not particularly interested in a potting angle here, although I can see it going up that way, obviously. Again, the key as always with these is trying to arrange the roots back in, filling in those air spaces. And to say, I'm very happy that this does have quite a lot of roots in it already. I think that's got a lot of potential, actually. Where I've got roots that are sticking up that I actually want, let's bury them. And then use a stone to keep them there. Now what I will do is put a covering of sphagnum probably over the top, because we have got surface roots here, although I don't see them being part of any design. Using my old friend, the fishing tube, air tube. The balancing game here is that I've done it many times before. You pull and pull on the wire, and then the wire breaks, and then you've got to try and redo your mounts, and it's a nightmare. So it's just getting enough that, now I know the plastic tubes may look a bit obvious, but we'll water that in. Probably cut a bit more of that back, actually. The wire that's on there is okay. I need to do something with that probably. Okay, that wire's bitten in. Not sure what to do with that one actually, because that one actually comes across. Ideally it needs to come down. No, I know what needs to happen to that. It needs to come off. Right. The main aim there was to repot it, give myself an idea of a style or something, very, very rough form of what we're looking at. But the main thing is I want to continue to develop and grow those roots. I want all this to grow up. I'm going to let loads of stuff grow, look at back budding. But there you go, there's a basic. Need to cut that lower down each time just to reduce that lump, but I have a nice big base there growing into this. What I do have to watch is here, where we are going to get bites. So I need to watch out for that. Yeah, I think transferring that from the plastic pot to there worked out fine. Am I white out? It looks white out to me. Okay, well, taking a look at this next one. Again, it was planted up in the nursery bed, so it's probably about six years old. I pulled it out 2 years ago, and it's another one of those ones where nothing on this side, so we've got everything growing from here, and I will have to decide what to do with it first, I think, and then have a look at the root structure. So let me think on that. I'm sure meanwhile many of you will be having lots of thoughts of your own, so don't be disappointed if you come back and see I've done something stupid. Okay, well, what seemed like moments to you actually was an hour for me. I've wired up this entirely. I've run out of 3.5mm wire, so yeah, it's starting to almost get like scraggler, so I'm not sure how well this is going to do. Now, with the wiring I'm going to do here, I'm going to try to be a bit extreme, not like me really, and this may surprise you, but I actually haven't really got a clear idea of where I'm actually going to go with this yet. But this, I think I've always sort of suggested, is going to be sacrifice. I sort of see myself bringing this down and around, and just, I'm going to keep everything on that side, but I just want to continue to do something here. So that's my view. And look, I finally got some plastic air hosing. You can see here I've already started a guy wire pull, and I'm going to continue to pull that down to bring this branch down, but I'm not quite sure yet how far. So I've got my little twisty piece, which I can use to continue to increase the angle that comes down, and at the moment I've got that coming off the bottom end of a root, so that's not an issue. If you can hear in the background, the kids are practicing for choir mass tomorrow. It's rough, definitely rough, I know, but very straight. I need to do something with that. Okay, even I admit it's wide. It's not tight. It could be stuff we brought a lot further down. But again, I'm learning with pine that I can do some initial basic shaping movement. I've tested the branches. If I give them too much more today, I'll probably snap, because I've actually done a little bit of that with one of the branches. I'm not going to talk about it because it may well just make it. So all I've done is again directed candle pads upwards, trying to find some sort of apex here. Over this side we've got some pads and pads here, and this, well, this could end up going anyway. Rookie mistake, I just haven't got the wire to finish that bit, which means you know, it's next to useless, but I put the pads up. It's extremely wide. It's much wider than the design will be, and I'm hoping what I'm going to see continue to healthy growth. And then again with Scots Pine, if they're healthy and got strong root system, then they will back bud from spots that haven't got any needles on them. So I could easily get back buds further here, and you know, let's be honest, certainly here I could do with getting a back bud there. But you know what, I've got the candles pointing in the right direction. I've got a sense of something which was more than it was before. There's definitely a lot of difference. Positive, negative, well, I'm sure you'll tell me in the comments. All I need to do now is get that into some decent mix, which is what I'll do now. Okay, well, there it is. Round drum pot. We always have to have a big rock because that takes the eye away from the disgusting tree and you can concentrate on the rock. I keep saying again, very spaced out. My aim is looking for those back budding, and the only way I get back budding is using the very healthy roots that were in there to get loads and loads of new candles next couple of years. But I've set a design up. There was one other design I very, very nearly did some rebending for, and that's actually somewhere in there. Let me know what you think. So, a couple of pines repotted that have been grown from me from 2-year saplings. Hope you've enjoyed it. All the best. Happy bonsaiing. God bless. Cheers.